Years ago, I picked up a bottle of French wine for purchase. Once it was opened, I was disappointed. It turns out I thought I was getting a higher quality wine for the price, but I was wrong. And how did I make that mistake? I didn't know how to read a French wine label. In this episode, Allison and I decipher the codes on a French wine label so that when we get a wine, we know exactly what's in that bottle. We hope you find this helpful too. So enjoy the video, give it a like, make a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more. Understanding what's on a French wine label can be challenging, but once you know a few key tips, the French wine label can tell you about a wine's quality and style. So let's start. Look for the producer, which is actually the winery's name. It's often written in a larger font and begins with the words chateau, maison, or domaine. Sometimes producers share a name with the appellation in which they grow the grapes, like Margaux in Bordeaux. The year is the only date you'll find on the label, and that's the easy part.
Now, this is a bit tricky. While some bottles will have both the appellation and the grape variety listed on the front of the label, others might only list the appellation. The alcohol by volume, ABV, of the wine will almost always be listed at the very bottom of the label in fine print, or sometimes on the back of the label. You might have to hunt for where the wine was bottled with information on the back of the label. Typically, producers will only make this information prominent when they bottle the wine themselves directly on the state, as this is a selling point for wine.
It's also important to note the bottling method because that indicates quality too. Mise en bouteille au domaine, or chateau, or propriétaire. This is a wine that was grown and bottled on the estate itself. The words mise en bouteille dans nos caves, or chais, literally means that the wine was bottled in the estate's cellars and generally implies that the grapes were brought in from elsewhere. They weren't estate grapes. A wine's classification is a bit like a rating. In Bourgogne, examples are Grand Cru, Premier Cru, Village, and Régional.
In Bordeaux, we find first growth, second growth, third growth, fourth growth, and fifth growth. First growth Bordeaux wines are of the highest quality. And in Champagne, we'll find Grand Cru, Premier Cru, and all other villages. Not all wine appellations in France have official classifications, but those that do will definitely list this information prominently on the bottle.
In the Rhone, the highest quality wine will state the appellation name alone. If the label says Côte du Rhône Village plus the appellation name, the wine is lower in quality than if the appellation name stands alone. It's still a high quality wine though.
If the label only says Côte du Rhône Village, well, these wines aren't high enough quality to allow the appellation name to be on the label, but they're not especially low in quality either. If the label only says Côte du Rhône, this is considered the lowest quality Rhône on the market, but don't let that turn you off from buying the wine. It'll still be quite good.
Exactly. Wow. There is plenty of information to figure out on a French wine label, but if you know them, it will guide you to finding the wine we will love in the price point that fits our budget. Attention to detail on the label of a French wine is key. I'm now ready to visit my favorite wine shop down the road and find a bottle of French wine to drink tonight. We hope you enjoyed this episode all about what's on the French wine label. So give our video a like, let us know your comments and the name of the wine you chose based on your reading of the French wine label, and subscribe to our channel for more. Cheers.